Hello, everyone, and happy Friday. I hope everyone is having a beautiful day. Hello, everyone, and happy Friday. I am working on this piece from Kirby Roseanne's. See if I can do this here. I'm not very good at this. Okay, well, it is what it is. I am, excuse me, still trying to get a great setup here for my camera and everything. It's hard in between doing all the renovations and getting area to color set up. Yeah. Here's my little gnome dude. I can't seem to zoom it out anymore. Let's see if I can even get it on here. There he is. Anyway, I'm working on these rocks back here. And I'm not even sure I can color where the camera currently is, but hey, we'll see. Ooh, we might hit it. This is Cool Gray 70% Prismacolor. I've got the fan going because it is a rather warm day. And paper towel so I don't smear anything. Oh, you can't see that. Let me lift it up a little bit. My apologies. There we go. This camera setup will not work permanently. But hey, for today, we'll go with it. That's really why I wanted to go live anyway, was to test out the camera. And I do not like it where it is. A little bit of cool gray, 10%. A cool gray, 90. Sorry about that. I don't know why it's doing that zoomy thing. I think I like that. I like that. All right. It's a warm day. Remember to stay hydrated. Notice we are not outside today. Not technically. We're sitting here by the fan. Because it is a rather warm day. Gonna get worse over the next few days. This is not the time to sit outside with your Prismacolors in the full sunshine. Unless you need to reset the cores. The next few days are going to be perfect for that. Sit them out in the sunshine, let them remelt. Cool gray 70. Oh, if you don't know about resetting your cores in any wax based, well, I suppose oil based would work too, but I don't think they break as often. Your wax based pencils, your Prismacolors, your Crayolas, they will melt if you leave them out in the sunshine. Which can be a great effect, by the way. They go on like very thick paint. Go ahead, ask me how I know that one. Otherwise, you can let them sit out in the sunshine, and it'll help the cores. If you've got any breaking in your cores, it'll help melt them back together. How do you know if you have melting? If you have broken cores, you don't until you go to sharpen it. So it's a good idea just to take them all out there and do it. How long do you let them sit in direct sunlight? Until they're nice and toasty warm. You'll start to see the difference in the tips, especially if you haven't sharpened them, or if you've got them sharpened. Of course, you know, leave them in your hot car. That'll work too. It'll work faster. Just be careful with the tips after you do that, because they will be soft. Bring them back inside. Let them firm up before you use them. Well, unless you want melted wax on your page. That's fine too, if that's what you want. I'm not here to judge anybody's coloring. Everybody colors differently. It's an option. %. Cool gray. I'm using cool grays because I don't want the grays to be the focus of attention on the page. That's why I'm not getting real fancy with the rocks. They're not the focal point. The cool hobgoblins, goblins, or trolls, whatever you want to call them, that I did first, those That's the focal point. At this point, this is all background. Well, it's clothes. I got to do his clothes yet, but the skin tones were really what I wanted to focus on these 2 pages. And I did that. A little bit of that 10% in here. I wish the camera would quit doing that. I want the focus on the page, not on my hand. Whoops. The heavy book almost fell off the table here. Sherry. How are you today? I'm working on my Kirby Roseanne's piece. And I'm trying out a new camera setup and I don't like it. I can't zoom out any further because the camera's too close to the page. I'm hanging in there. You know, it's a hot... I'm sitting in front of the fan because it's, you know, a warm Friday afternoon. I thought, oh, let me try this. And I don't like the camera setup. So I know not to do it again. It's too close to the page. But hey, you get a great view. Well, thank you. If I could zoom out any further, I would, but I can change the... I'm going to finish this little piece here. I'll move it around a little bit so you can see more. Ah, there's his foot. There's his belt I worked on. Trying to get it all on the... See, what my phone shows and what my screen on my tablet shows are different things. New coloring book, Dream Voyage by... Oh my goodness, I am not going to try to pronounce that name. Thank you. And then I put a banner up. Oh, I can't do that. Oh, I did these swords. Yeah, I'm not even gonna... I will mess that up so bad, that name. Thank you. We had little flowers up there. Oh, I can't get all my banner on here. Hang on. Oh, almost. Oh, that's too far. Got the little flowers on this one. There we go. That's most of it. I gave him a green, blue, yellow banner. My camera is right down. There you go. My camera stand is right down here. With his face, kind of keep the color harmony going there. Thank you. Thank you. I'm trying. It makes me nervous. There's a lot to this picture. And of course, then there's the other half that I haven't even really started on yet, except for his skin tone. How do I know what color blends with another? I guess really well. um, it's a combination. I have read and do have, years of experience with colors to begin with. But I've also I started in colored pencil way back in 2001, I want to say. By 2002, I was selling my pieces. Uh, and I've worked in them off and on through the years. And sometimes you really have to know your color wheel and understand the concepts of shading and tones. Well, I got the hint from the description I looked up about hobgoblins. See, that's what I called these when I first saw them, was hobgoblins. I didn't realize that he'd named everybody in the back of the book, and these are actually goblins. But hobgoblins, according to lore, their noses turn blue or red when they are feeling emotional. And so I ran with that concept. Well, hi, Disciple. How are you today? So when I read that about their noses, that's when I decided to give him a blue stripe down his nose, because I thought it would be striking against his orange color, his orange skin. No, that it was something I read, so I ran with it. I don't know if that's what a hobgoblin's supposed to look like, but in my mind, that's what it looks like. I'm glad to hear that, Disciple. I am doing wonderful. I was just showing Sherry here. I have a new camera set up today, and I don't like it because it's too close to the picture. But y'all get to see all the little details now, really up close. There's the belt that I worked on the other day, and the tassel. You really can see that pretty good. So anyway, here's some. I can't zoom out any further, Disciple, unfortunately, right now. And I was working down in this far corner, and I about had the book off the table. Working on all these rocks in here. I'm going to do his sword probably last, and his staff. But there's the other swords that I did. Definitely going to have to change positions before the next live on where the camera is located. I don't like it here. Let's see. I do not know what these little things are right here. Does anybody have a clue? Maybe they're supposed to be ant mounds? Or termite mounds? Is that what those are? I bet that's what they are. I'm thinking that's got to be it. Termite mound. We're going to go with termite mound. Let's give it a little brown up here. I gave it an overall purple shadow earlier because, hey, what is it? I don't know. Come back to it later. I think that's what that's supposed to be, though. A little termite mound. Hey, that's what we're going to go with. It's coloring. It can be anything we want. There we go, something like that. Don't you love it? I have been experimenting with these colors for a long, long time, Sherry. That's the only way. That's the only thing I can explain is a lot of time behind the pencils. Like this right here, I love how these blended together. Stay. And that's those three colors there. That is permanent red, aquamarine, and black grape. See why I am in love with black grape? I just think it turns everything beautiful. Is it a swampy area? From what I could tell, it's rocks that he's standing on. That was my guess. Now let's get him up here a little bit. Oops. Looks like he's standing on rocks to me. So that's what I went with. I think this back here is going to be a river, though. In the background here, I'm going to put in a river or a lake. Like they're on the edge of a cliff. I know it'd help if I could zoom out, but I can't zoom out. See, because he's the background back here, it comes down at an angle. And then it goes back up on an angle. But he's standing on even more miscellaneous things. and fewer rocks. Got that cool skull we gotta do. Can you see his face? I really like how his chin turned out. It looks warty and pussy and yucky. So it's got all this open space in the back there to fill up between the two fellas. A whole bunch of blank area there. So I think I'm going to put in a little lake area, maybe mountains back there. It kind of looks like he's on a cliff. I don't know, but something back there is happening for sure. All right, Sherry. Now, I've been thinking long and hard about what color to make his hood and his clothing out of. Traditionally, it says hobgoblins enjoy wearing black, bloody, or leather clothing. And my first thought was to do a blood red. I'm going to grab some pencils here. Just rearranging a few things here. All right. Yes, disciple. But I'm actually going to be using more of a cream color. That's cream. A little bit of black grape. And a little bit probably of warm gray, 50%. A minute ago, we were using the cool grays on the rocks. The warm gray will help bring that color, pop it off the page. It'll give it a little bit more of attention. So those are the colors I will probably use on the necklace. This black grape, when you use it real light, looks like a gray. Here, I'll show you. All right, in this case, I'm going to start with some cream. Okay. Is that good enough? A bit of cream. I come in with this gray now, this warm gray. Then we're going to come in with the black grape. And then just because, black cherry. permanent red. A bit of that black grape. There you go. Now you have teeth with blood on them. Everybody, drink your water. Wiggle your fingers. Thank you, Sherry. I probably am. Now you want to know why am I going to do some blood red when I just did blood red on the teeth? If you put a lighter color of red underneath the teeth, it will still come out. See, now the teeth at the moment are the focus of what you're looking at because they've got color on them, right? This color back here then needs to be lighter or darker to make the teeth stand out or fade away. But I think that looks cool with the bloody teeth, so we're going to keep the bloody teeth. Maybe a little bit more of a highlight in here. Just a little bit there. There we go. Move that over a little bit. So again, those colors were just cream for a highlight, or base color in this case. And I'm not real neat with it. Doesn't have to be. Age it a little bit with that warm gray. What the heck is that? I don't know if I want that dark gray. Goblin looks like a warlock build type because of the staff and dagger. Battle Mage. I'm thinking of the... Oh, of Oblivion right now. I love that game. Good game. I love the remaster that they did. All right, a little bit of Black Grape. Yeah, I thought if I like to play those games, why am I not coloring similar items? You know? Maybe eventually I'll have to come out with my own critter book for people to color. I have 3 other coloring books, and not one of them is a fantasy book. So we'll put that on the to-do list. Which also means in the future, watch me coloring watch for some tractor coloring and farming coloring. Anyway, about like that. Oh, the Oblivion remaster is just beautiful. It absolutely gorgeous. Can't wait for the Skyrim one. I'm sorry, not Skyrim. Fallout 3. They are remastering Fallout 3, and I can't wait for that one. Thank you, Sherry. I think the bloody teeth was a great idea. I'm glad you asked about the teeth, Disciple. All right. What should we do next? I'm going to start knocking things off my new table here. All right. We'll start at the bottom. arranging pencils. Let me see if I can show you. Can you see those? Anyway, they're on this little tray. And I have them in a semi-order. And grouped and all that kind of stuff in a way that only makes sense to me. The next set of colors that I'm going to use, I always pull to the right. It's a weird system. But I like the tray concept and I like using the trays. You know, then I've got this tray, little box. I've got another bigger tray, which was in the thumbnail. I'm a tray person now. I've converted. Oh, let me see. I do want one other color. One of those two. Right? Trays are just so handy. You can see your colors. You know exactly what's going on. They all stay in one place. We're going to start off with a little pink. Oh, somebody playing music in the neighborhood for us. If that's too bothersome, oh cool, they turned it down. Number one, I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube, and number two, I have no control over it. So if it's too distracting, I eventually just have to end the stream. Black cherry. There is a little black grape down already. Which color Disciple? It'll take me several layers to get to the blood red. Because I'm going to be layering one color over another. Like I've already got down some black grape. I've already got down some of the light deco pink. And now this is black cherry. And then after black cherry, we've got Tuscan red, mahogany, and possibly a little bit of brown. Yes, layering. This won't be the final color. Might be a little green thrown in there. That'll be fun. Yeah, these are just real light layers. I do not have a heavy hand at all. I am a layerer. I'm a layerer. That's why I had to get my colors in order. Mr. Fly, you're not invited. Go away. Six and a half years ago now, Disciple, I was involved in a rear-end car crash. It was not my fault. But as a result, I have nerve damage in both hands and up both arms, down in my legs and my back, you know, the whole 9 yards. I was doing about 5 miles an hour and she was doing 60. And I was lucky I survived. I had to learn how to even hold the pencils again all over again. Had to relearn how to do a lot of things in life. And then in January of this year, I had a cat bite wound on my left index finger, and it is still in recovery. The universe gave me bad hands, and I learned to adapt now. I don't press hard, usually. If I do, it's for a short period of time. And you'll see me switch my hand around a lot. Both instances actually were very traumatic, and I wasn't ready to give up my art either time. So here we are. You relearn, you adapt, you find new ways to make it work. Farming Simulator helps keep my hands flexible. That's why you'll see me play that. And I like playing that live because that means all the kids in my life can watch me play a video game, and they like doing that. And that helps with my hands too. Now, I'm not about to go out there and play Call of Duty or anything like that. My fingers aren't that fast. Yes, Sherry. It you 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 either adapt or you die. That's my opinion. You give up on life. I guess not die exactly, but you give up and there's nothing left of your spirit if you don't try to figure out how to make it work. Yeah, you see where it's going now? It's not going to be the exact same color. Um, but it is going to be a blood red. It's just going to be darker, most likely. I mean, I'm not ready to curl up and give up yet. So here we are. Coloring is great for rehabilitation. Great for relaxing, great to have fun with. Great to sit down with your friends and just talk about life. You know, it's too hot out there for a campfire right now. Otherwise, we'd have a campfire going, but Tuesday, though, I might need to light the campfire and then just come in the RV away from that heat. I like the way that's going. I like the way that's going right there. Yes, Call of Duty is a young man's game. Although a lot of women could probably kick the young man's ass. But. Young ladies have flexible, quick reflexes too. You know, I've been playing video games since I was 8. I'm not giving them up. Thank you. Because this part here will be in the shadow of the belt. So that needs to be a little bit darker. But then the light's going to catch it and bring your eye around. My entire life, I have been in the minority. There are more women gamers these days, but there still aren't as many as there are men. And I wish the numbers would even up some more. I'm always feel like I'm in the minority whenever I go into a farming simulator chat or a live stream. But I love the game and it's fun. And bless my heart, I don't even have his name memorized yet. The one we were in last night. Can you tell me his name, please? Well, hi, Hillbilly. All I can remember is the Lion's Pride. I wish I could remember the rest. I'm terrible. And watching him start out is funny, but I'm not going to just sit there and laugh at him and not offer to help either. That's not me. I mean, if he doesn't ask for help, I won't help, But when he's really lost, I'll gladly jump in and help. Offer some wise words or two. Herbie, oh my gosh. That is what you get when you try to say hillbilly and Kirby at the same time, is you get Herbie. Does anybody remember Herbie the Love Bug? The Iron Lion, thank you. Nick the Iron Lion, yes. Really nice fella. Really entertaining. That one night I was laughing so hard I had tears. His first night I was laughing so hard I had tears down my face. I like the way that's going. All right, there we go. Again, this is black cherry. Oh, of course, Sherry, you finished your Dr. Seuss picture. Yes, he is very fun to watch. Hillbilly hosts Farming Simulator Monday, Wednesday, Friday nights at midnight, which is technically Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, but who's counting? There we go. Yeah, I like black cherry. I think it's often underrated. And now I'm going to ruin it. Ha ha ha. I'm going to add some Tuscan red on there. Oh, one of the cats isn't happy with another cat. Cat fight. Hawaiian Hillbilly Disciple is the reason why I stream or do any farming simulator videos. It is directly his fault. I came across him one evening. Oh, the train. Hang on. Let's wait for the train. Sherry, please tell me you're not typing out that name every time you put it up in chat. The one that I can't pronounce. Please tell me you have that copy pasted. Yes, he is wearing a double cloak. He's got this layer on top here, and then this one underneath. Okay. I have lived by trains nearly all my life. So I am used to not talking when they first come through because it's hard to talk over them. Yeah, I like that black cherry under there. I think we'll just darken his outer coat and leave a lot of this like it is, but with some shadowing in there. Oh, good, Sherry. I'm glad it's copy pasted. Okay, anyway, long time ago, back in November, the game came out. Shortly after that, I came across Hillbilly live streaming. Pretty sure it was on a Friday night. Because he said, oh, and by the way, on Monday morning at 9 o'clock, if you color, please come join my coloring group. So, bum, 9 o'clock Monday morning, guess where I was? That's right. And I figured if one person has an interest in both Farming Simulator and coloring, and then two people have those same interests, I bet there's a third. And now here's Disciple, who likes Farming Simulator and coloring. I mean, my mind is now firmly in the camp of there are more people out there that love this sort of thing. No, I was a colorist long before I met Hillbilly. I started back in 2001. That was long before adult coloring got to be popular, by the way. But he is directly the reason why I play Farming Simulator. Hang on a minute, guys. Hey. Hey. Okay, well, never mind. Guess they didn't need me that bad. Because I saw him doing it, and I thought, well, why can't I do it too? So then I started making some videos, and then I started live streaming it, and it got to be really fun. And now I'm finding that there are more people interested. and I love it. And so that led me to my latest thought, which was I need to color some fantasy characters, and I need to color some tractors and some farm scenery. So that's next on the list, is to find a really good coloring book for farming scenery. I'm going to sharpen that a little bit. Hillbilly, I think we have the best time. I'm going to have to get a new blade for my sharpener. You know, it's grown brick by brick, disciple, person by person. You know, I've gotten to meet a lot of great people like Sherry through Hillbilly. All because I stopped on that random Friday night, needed something to watch. And that's when I said, Hillbilly, you're not going to believe it. I color too. And yada, yada, yada from there. So, we don't always color the same thing, but we have lately. And it's fun. I've been having a blast with it. Our Dr. Seuss is coming along nicely. Of course, Sherry's already got hers finished. I was not planning on being here this long today, but y'all showed up, so while you're here, let's do some coloring. Oh my goodness, Sherry, that is awesome. I do not do Instagram, and I'll tell you why. It's because I couldn't figure it out. I think I'm too old for Instagram. I tease. Sherry, Hillbilly, and I are all around the same age. Yeah, Disciple, anytime you want to pop in. I normally just color on Tuesdays, but I had a little bit of time this afternoon. This is black grape, by the way. And I'm testing out a new camera setup, and I wasn't planning on being on long. But like I said, then everybody showed up, and I'm like, well, now we got to color some. But at 5 o'clock, I quit. That's my cutoff time. And we get up, we stretch, we go do something different for a while, have dinner. Then we come back and either color or farm sim some more. That's my day today. It's Friday. There is no schedule on Fridays. It is my day off. There's a little shadow under there. Yeah, Sherry, you're out there on the West Coast. No, in my time it's 15 more minutes and then I gotta go. I guess it'd be easier to say that. 10:45 p.m. where you are, disciple. Where are you? Are you on the other side of the pond? Oh, you are down in South Africa. Wow, you are a long way away. All by myself. I'm not going to have a singing career anytime soon. That's why this is not a singing channel. I love that my coloring stream is now international. I believe you are the first international visitor I've had, disciple. Now I'm going to cry. I think that's awesome. Thank you for stopping by. What a great day. Dollar is from South Africa. Yes, group hugs. I'm emotional. I'm not afraid to admit it. I'm sentimental. Things like that get to me. Yes, Disciple, I believe you're my first international visitor to my live stream. What an honor. I kind of like that. I think we're going to come in here a little bit of dark umber. Take these spots a little bit darker even. I do not use black in my work. Well, rarely. Occasionally I'll highlight something in a black, unless I'm doing some tangle work. I don't use black. Then I'll use a black ink pen. I don't color with black. I don't often color with white either, but I definitely, let me show you this. I own a black pencil. This is my original black pencil. See, it still says Sanford on it. From 2002. I don't use it. I think you can get more interesting shadows with just as dark without it. It's not a color I use. There, I like that. I like that a lot. I think that's a good stopping point for today. No, I don't know Dragon Ball Z color designs. How about that? Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome, Disciple. I'm glad you stopped by today. I really am. You need someone from Asia, Hillbilly, huh? Yes, collect them all. Oh, I would love it. I would love it. I know my books are worldwide. I don't know if there are any in Asia. I do know that they're in New Zealand, Australia, England, United States, of course. I would love more exposure there. Yes, Hillbilly started shortly before I met him. And oh my goodness, how far he has come. You guys, I don't think he realizes it himself. But we now have him doing things that, back then he would have said, oh no, I'm not even going to try that. And I think it's awesome. I love when people can encourage other people like that. I do. Let's all be better people. I like the way that turned out. I think we're going to leave it at that color. I think it looks good with the belt. Not exactly a blood red, but it is a darker red. It'll work. You're very welcome, Disciple. You're very welcome. Thank you. Thank you. I'm tickled pink. I did that all live while you guys were all here. I didn't do anything special or unique, or I showed you what I did. You can do this, Hillbilly. You think you can't, but you can. I promise you, you'll get there. You will. You will. I have faith. I have every faith, and I'm going to encourage you every step of the way to be the colorist that you want to be. And I love being part of your journey. I love being part of Sherry's journey. Disciple, if you share your artwork, I'll be happy to be part of your journey as well. I love building a community here. I love playing Farming Simulator too. We'll do that Sunday night. And I will get the camera moved to a better place. We'll get there. We'll get there. It's all part of the renovation process. I want to thank everybody for coming today. Sherry, Disciple, Hillbilly. I really appreciate you being there for me. Like I said, I was just going to come on briefly and adjust the camera and maybe color just a little bit, but it turned into so much more, and I'm so glad it did. But I hope you all have a beautiful weekend. And one thing you never try, you just do it. Good for you, Hillbilly. Good for you. Thank you all so much from the bottom of my heart. I really appreciate it. Hopefully I'll see you Sunday night for some Farming Simulator. Until then, I'll catch you on the flip side. Have a beautiful weekend, everyone. Bye for now. Oh yes, farming tonight with Hillbilly.